to think a negative thought, or if someone were to have an argument, that creates an energy within your environment. And that energy, a lot of times we hold on to. It does float around. It will find a home, which we will go into in a little bit. They like that lower vibration energy, which is typically not what we would consider positive energy, likes dark places. So if you are unbalanced as a human being and you have a traumatic experience, we can create and hold on to these energy blocks that will get in our way of breaking free into movement forward in our life. So just like and if you're going to an energy healer, if you want to go to an energy healer, or you want energy healing done on yourself, you can do that on our Wednesday mornings. We clear our energy each week. But that also happens in our home. This negative energy or lower vibration energy, the universe does not see energy as good or bad. But humans, as humans, we do. We like to categorize things so that we can make sense of it. Our subconscious always wants to make sense of what is going on. That way we feel safe. Even if it's not a safe environment, if we understand what's going on, we feel safer because we can become adaptable to the strategies of survival. And that's typically how we live. We live in survival mode opposed to trust mode on a regular basis. So our house does the same thing. Just like our bodies, our house negative energy wants to find a home, and it will stick with us until we clear it out. It does not move on its own. It does not die. Energy does not die. It simply moves, and it typically will not move unless you move it. It will always settle into the easiest location that has space for it. Okay, whether that be in our physical body, our system, or our environment around us. So let's get into some screen sharing, and we'll talk about how to clear this out. Okay, and for Instagram, just check on the replay later for the screenshots, but I'll be talking pretty clearly about what's going on. So first things first, with energy clearing in our environment, we need to declutter. The clutter around us not only physically limits our limitlessness, but it also allows pockets of unused space for energy to settle. Lower vibration energy likes to go into dark, tight spaces that won't be messed with. And if you are like a lot of people who love tchotchkes and have figurines or whatever it may be all around, most of the time you are not going in between those to clear them out. What a perfect place for energy to make its home. And that goes with any type of energy, really. And we don't want any extra stagnant energy, regardless of the vibration, if the lightness or the denseness, the heaviness. We don't want any uninvited energy in our space. So the first and easiest thing to do is really declutter. That's decluttering your house, decluttering your mind. And I always recommend starting with, where are you the most? So the bathroom. Your nightstand is an amazing place that you spend your healing time next to. When you sleep, that's your repair, restore, and balance. So if you have a whole bunch of clutter, then that's what's going to be settling into your system while you're trying to repair. So the quickest, easiest way to start clearing out that energy is to start decluttering your bathroom, your nightstand, wherever, if you typically sit in a specific spot in the living room. Start with those first so that you're not becoming overwhelmed and try to clean your entire house all at once and then decide not to do it. So once we declutter, it's time to cleanse the home. Having these items on hand are always helpful. Lemons, white vinegar, a smudging stick. So and I'll get into this in a little bit, but there's Palo Santo, which is a Native American way of smudging, energy releasing, that does not have the same smell as a sage. Sage does smell very herbal, and a lot of people, it does smell like marijuana. So a lot of people don't choose this as their first option because it is pretty smelly. But white California sage is amazing. So if you don't mind the smell, I would highly recommend saging. But Palo Santo, having on hand, it does not have the same smell. It also does not have the same smoke that comes off of it. So you just might have to keep relighting it, but both do the trick. So I always have these on hand. And a dish, I have my Babyloni shell, but you can have any dish that's just for the ambers. Sea salt and selenite, also little bells, chimes, tuning forks. We'll get into all of this later, but noise, vibrations clears out energy. Selenite is the number one thing that I would recommend having in your home. Again, we'll get into this later, but all of these things on this list of cleansing your home that you can see on your screen right now, I would recommend having on hand. If you only have the opportunity to keep about 5 items, make sure you have these always available to you. So decluttering, now we're ready to cleanse the house. We're going to go to our handy little toolkit of cleansing items, and we are going to start with our doors and our windows. So with these lemons that we have on hand, by the way, they're amazing to detox your physical body. I always recommend having lemons on hand. They're not that expensive, and the uses for them are endless. So we mix some water with lemon juice. You can squeeze some lemon and a little bit of 1/4 of a cup of white vinegar all together. A nice little solution. And we are going to start cleaning our doorknobs and our window seals. Once we do that, think about it. Where do we touch everywhere? Our doorknobs, right? And then the frames of the doors. That's the entry and exit point of every room. If someone is holding on negative energy and they're going into a room, they're going to pass through that doorway. So that's also a purification. Opening up the windows. We need fresh air to clear out. When I'm doing energy sessions, sometimes the energy that is released from my client is so great that I literally turn the fan on to move that air around. We need that movement. Also letting in sunlight. Sunlight is a huge cleanser and purifier of our energy. That it symbolizes fire and it burns off negative energy. So opening up the windows, the doors, and then cleaning around the window seals with this lemon juice, water, and a dash of white vinegar mixture. Not only does it actually clean, disinfects, but it cleanses the actual energy. And then with the assist of the airflow, it will move on into a more comfortable place. You are literally assisting an unwanted guest out of your front door. I always recommend starting in where you consider the heart of your home. A lot of people, that's the kitchen. If for you, that's not the kitchen, then start wherever you feel the living room or where all you gather. Where you feel the heart of your home and the most gathering happens, that's where you start. And when you do this, you then will take your smudging item, whatever you feel is best for smudging. You can also use a spray. I've got a spray around here somewhere, but essential oils, it's actually a spray. If you don't want to light anything on fire, remember, fire is purification. Fire symbolizes the sun, and the burning dissolves negative energy. So the fire portion is actually important, but if you don't want any type of smoke in your home, I absolutely understand. And there are essential oil sprays that this is a tube for your skin, but it's just like a little spray bottle, and you can spray. The most important place to start is the heart of your home. And when you start there, we go to the corners first. All of the corners, the crevices where there's not a lot of motion and activity is where things will settle. So incense is another beautiful thing. I like to put my incense on after I do the intentional act of smudging, whether that be with sage, Palo Santo, or a spray, in all of the corners. And then I like to light a candle or have incense on for more of a maintenance type of procedure. And set the intention. Tell the energy. Energy has a consciousness. It will communicate with you. It might not want to leave, and you can tell it, I command you to leave. If you feel like there's something there, I command you to leave. Keep in mind, we're not talking about spirits. This is all just collected energy. Energy has its own consciousness. So if you have an argument that held on to some anger and it settled in a corner, it might not want to leave. It's not a human being that is crossed over, passed over. It's just simply angry energy. It's in its home that it established. So you might need to fan it out, get it out of there. And then the one sure way to make sure that it will not return, because energy will want to return back to its known home, is placing some crystals in the corner. So we've removed the unwanted guest. And my suggestion is to go with an obsidian or a black tourmaline. The obsidian, which I have here on a necklace, which you can actually wear around. They do two different things. You can choose any dark stone is a grounding, protecting stone, but obsidian specifically gives protection. So it repels the energy. So if the energy wants to come back, it will repel it. Tourmaline, this one's a tourmaline. They both look similar, but tourmaline absorbs it. So a tourmaline needs to be cleansed out on like a full moon or set out in the sun for a day after about a month of being in your corner. So they all need recharging and cleansing themselves. So tourmaline absorbs that negative energy, whether it's new or returning. Obsidian repels it. So they do two different things. So whichever you feel is the best for your environment, pick what you feel. And then what I like to do is around my house, just like how the incense was kind of like a maintenance after I do the saging and the deep stuff. That's what I do with the crystals with selenite. So after I put those protective stones in my corners, they literally are around my house, and a lot of times by my doorways, windows, and corners. Those are the most important areas. I even put them above the doorway if I can, so that when you're walking through, you get just kind of like a purification immediately, especially if it's tourmaline, it absorbs it, right? How amazing is that to walk through a location, entering into a room? I have them in my therapy room as you walk in, and it wants to absorb that negative energy from you. So if you're holding anything in your energetic field, your vortex, your aura, that's all the energy around you. That's your energy field that is specific to you. It will suck it right out. Okay. The obsidian repels it. So it just keeps it away. Then we put these puppies around our house. Selenite absorbs and neutralizes. This is a recharge energy. Okay. They come in lots of different forms. I have different ones, different styles for different locations in my house, but these are charging stations. I even have flat ones and a bowl that I put my crystals in the bowl for recharging, but I have a flat one that I call my charging station. It's flat selenite that I set my crystals on to recharge. But if you have these suckers all around your house, they absorb energy no matter what it is, purifies it, cleanses it, and then releases it. So these at all times have sprinkled throughout your home. And then again, these do need to be recharged. I usually do it once a month by setting it out in the sun, which is a natural purifier for the day, or on a full moon overnight. Actually, the selenite do not do that. The moisture will get to it. So selenite, just keep in the sun. All the other stones you're going to be fine with for the moon clearing. Another stone I do recommend is citrine. Citrine. And I actually have citrine on my necklace. I love to wear stones on my body that connect with me. Citrine is one of the only few stones, just like selenite, that does recharge other stones. So if you have citrine, not only does it carry the properties of uplifting, happy, joy, it also will recharge other stones. You just set them next to each other overnight or whatever you want to do. Promoting love. Rose quartz is an amazing crystal. This one is pretty big. I use it with my clients, but I have one next to my nightstand, my nice decluttered, cleared out nightstand. And it's become my companion crystal. Crystals carry vibrations and they feel like they have personalities. The more you work with them, the more you will feel the connection. So and I wanted to promote a lot of extra love in my life, more so self-love on my transformation journey. So I chose rose quartz by my nightstand. And when I feel the need, I will probably switch it out to a crystal that's calling to me down the road. But for right now, I always recommend having rose quartz at least somewhere in your house to promote more love, even if it's not requesting love from others, but love for yourself. That's the most important love that you can have. Another thing you can do is if you really feel like you need to step up the game of clearing out energy, you can activate your hands by simply rubbing them together. If you have been to one of my Reiki certification trainings and you are Reiki certified, go ahead and activate, open up, put in the symbols for activation, and just go on those walls after you have cleared out the corners, put your stones down, and just do a balancing figure 8 on the floor, ceiling, and all 4 walls. That will help setting the intention to have peace, harmony, and balance within the energy field. You will be surprised. A lot of energy is waiting to respond to you. It just doesn't know what to do. Give it guidance. I promise you, with the right intention, you don't have to say any specific wording. Set the intention. Clearing, I request all of the energy in this room to be cleared, balanced, and brought back into harmony. You might also choose to have a little bowl, clear glass bowl of water, salt and vinegar that does attract. Salt is absolutely 100% a detoxifier. So it will attract any toxins that are in the air. Now that we've been moving stuff around, there's a lot of things moving, flowing. If you want to, on day 1 of your cleansing, put that bowl of water, allow any excess, if they're not getting moved out through the windows and the doors, to settle into that water of salt and vinegar, white vinegar. And then for a full 24 hours. And then when you dump it somewhere outside. Don't dump it in your home, because our intention is to collect some lower vibration energy. So we don't want to replenish it back in our environment. Other things for maintenance: candles. Light vibration energy and light workers on the other side love candles. They are drawn to it. And they have some beautiful candles that are already infused with sage, aromatherapy. Frankincense essential oil is a wonderful energy clearing essential oil that you can put into either of these types below here on the screen. A diffuser. Frankincense specifically is for psychic attacks, psychic repelling, psychic clearing. I always use it during my energy sessions to make sure that we move negative, lower vibration energy out. And it works beautifully, or if I'm reading cards or doing any type of psychic work, I always am protected with frankincense. There are many, many essential oils that are amazing for different things, but frankincense specifically for the clearing up process is great. Having lavender around your house, people do also burn lavender, which you're more than welcome to do. Plants are very purifying, not only for just the air we breathe, but for clearing out any energy. So what about ourselves? What can we do? There are multiple things that we can do. The first thing I want to look at are the 4 elements. That's fire, air, earth, and water. The most simple thing you can do, my Reiki master teacher talks to me all the time about her energy showers. Getting into a shower, setting the intention that I am going to stand underneath this nature-made cleansing magic of water that we are lucky to have on this planet. Allow it to cleanse your body. A shower is not to just get the dirty muck of the day or night off of us. It's to shower our energy and cleanse us off and start fresh and new. Another thing with the fire element, again, there's sun treatment. People literally, not only does it give us vitamin D, which by the way, is not a vitamin, it's a hormone. Vitamin D that we get from the sun is a hormone. So that hormone gets created in our system, but also it symbolizes fire, which is purification. So going and sitting out in the sun for 30 minutes is in itself a cleansing for our body. Air, any breath work, opening up the windows, going outside on windy days, use that as an air energy clearing treatment. Stand outside, arms apart from your body, legs apart from being closed, so that the air can purify your energy system. Earth, getting your feet on the ground, grounding in any type of meditation, touching your human body, not the soles of shoes, onto the earth. And as you breathe in that Mother Earth energy into your system. Once you feel that gravity of Mother Earth, you feel that connection. And when you have that, and if you don't feel it right away, close your eyes and start to feel. We're so busy during our days that we forget to feel. Connect in with Mother Earth, sit on her, sit on that ground, put your feet on that ground, connect in with Mother Earth. And once you start to feel that there is a give and take, start breathing in from the location that you're connected in with Mother Earth, whether it be on your bottom, your feet, your legs, your entire back. Connect in, breathe that in. There are lots of breathing techniques too with air that we do throughout some Wednesdays. I throw those in, but breath work is amazing. We're not going to go through that. It's too involved for our purposes of today. You can also go to an energy healer like myself, someone else, anyone that you resonate with. There's a reason why you resonate with a person, and it's because they're on a like vibration as you. Usually if you're drawn to them, they are expanders, so they're in your same vibrational family, but a little bit lighter. So that's why you're drawn to them, for them to guide you slightly. So find someone you feel comfortable with for them to do an energy healing, or learn how to do energy healing yourself, which is what I recommend. I do have programs for that. DM me if you want that information. Another thing you can do is tinctures. Dandelion root, milk thistle. Dandelion cleans out our kidneys. This you just put sublingually underneath your tongue. Milk thistle detoxes your liver, which your liver is the natural detoxer of your entire physical body. So you want to detox your detoxifier, right? So these are other options, not required by any means, but just so that you get an idea. There's lots of stuff you can do to help yourself out there. We talked about the jewelry, wearing bracelets, necklace for repelling any negative energy. There are also things called foot pads at nighttime. It's an herbal. This is in a package. I open up the package. This is like a little sticky. I put the herbal side on the sticky, and then I place it on my foot at nighttime. I do this about once a month, and I sleep with it on both feet. So I will put this on. I started an Amazon list. I'll put the link in the comments, and they're also in the Soul Shifters Facebook group on one of the top highlighted posts, for you to hop on, see some of the things that, these are all things that I've purchased. Okay, guys. So it's stuff that I'm not just promoting to, it's not, I wasn't asked to share these things that I created a list for you. These are literally, I went on to my already purchased items of some of the things that I have purchased and continue to purchase to make it easier for you. So click on that link, and I will be adding foot pads to that. But most of the stuff on here is on there, even down to the vinegar, an all natural vinegar, for you to throw some stuff in your shopping cart and have some of this stuff on hand to make it easier for you. And then I will be on October 2, let's see, it will be in 2 weeks from today. I will be running my Reiki Level 1 Energy Healer online certification training. So this is online, fully accredited and certification. By the end of the day, you will be a self-healing Reiki Level 1 practitioner. In Reiki Level 1, we are only focused on you learning how to self-heal yourself, friends and family, and pets, and your environment. Okay, so this is the easiest and most productive way. If you've ever been wanting to learn about energy healing, this is where to start. Not only, finishing the screen share. Okay, not only does it help you in your life journey with learning energy healing, but it doesn't deplete you of your own energy. Some of the energy modalities take away you're using your own energy. This absolutely will not deplete you in any way. It will only recharge you, help heal and balance. And it's so simple. It's the most simple energy modality that I have in my 22 years ever taken. It's very, very, very easy to understand. And it's where I recommend anyone who has ever been interested in learning how to do energy work to start off on Reiki Level 1, self-healing on your journey. So that will be in 2 weeks from today, online, a group training. Most of the people that have taken this course from me are all beginners. So you don't have to have any experience at all. And I have had returning practitioners come back to refresh. So no matter where you are on that scale, if you are interested in becoming certified and learning about Reiki Level 1 self-healing, I will put the link to that in the comments below. You can also DM me with any questions. I do have a payment plan. If you're interested, we could create a payment plan that you feel comfortable with. That's not a problem. I never want finances to get in the way of you and your particular soul purpose journey. So if I do not have any other questions, let me hop over to make sure that Facebook, there are no questions. Hi, Monica. Hi, Lou. Hi, Amy. Hi, Mindy. All right. Well, I will be wrapping up here. And then afterwards, I will put all of those links, the links to the Amazon, to make it easy for you to find some of the stuff that I've talked about. You can find that. The link to the Reiki Level 1 training, which will happen in 2 weeks. There will not be another Reiki Level 1 through the rest of the year. This is the last training for Reiki. So if you were interested, hop on this training because there won't be another one until after the first of the year. So thank you. And remember to always take all of you with you, no matter where you go. You are important and you are on purpose. I promise. And we need you here. So while you're living your life, let's do it feeling good, balanced, and whole. Fulfillment is key in life. Let's go find you your fulfillment. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.